What's good, YouTube? We back again. My man Sess, 2K the God here. My man Triple OG from Illinois. This time we want to talk about Mr. David Haye. He got an impressive first round knockout against a guy with an extremely padded record in Mark DeMori. Mark DeMori was game as fuck before the fight. Yeah, I'm about to fuck David Haye up. I'm about to knock this cat out, you know what I'm saying? He said this, yo. I'm about to knock David Haye out and then I'm gonna retire. like my man was gonna drop the mic and dip. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah, he gonna do an old Run DMC move and shit.
Exactly, son. But it obviously didn't. It obviously didn't happen that way. You know what I'm saying? He lost in the worst possible way you could lose. A first round fucking KO, not a TKO. My man kind of looked like Dylan White. You know what I'm saying? How he got knocked out by Anthony Joshua with his motherfucking arm. Motherfucking arm was outside the ropes and shit, dude. Terrible fight for DeMori. Excellent comeback for David Haye. Now my question for my man is, does David Haye present a problem in the heavyweight division? Seth, I'm gonna go to you first.
Man, good question. I'm gonna shock some people. Absolutely not.
Okay.
No.
That's not a shot.
He doesn't present a threat to anybody, and the reason being, I don't believe he wants to be a threat right now. I have no clue why David Haye is going after Anthony Joshua. That is the dumbest thing. I mean, I just don't know why he's going after Joshua.
Well, I'm gonna let you finish. I just want to say this. He did say, before the fight, he said he wanted Anthony Joshua next. After the fight, he said, I'll fight Anthony Joshua if the public demands it. But he really wants Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder. Okay, go ahead. Okay,
that's who he should be going after. He should be going after Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder. Just a couple points about this fight. I believe the knockout came in the first round. Okay, first round knockout against, I mean, we
Charlie Sheen, B.
Was it Thor?
Robert Downey Jr. son.
Jr. or something. Yeah. Joe the Cable Guy.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of expected. You know, David Haye has a really good talent level. You know, I like what he does in the ring because he's one of the few heavyweights that actually still has that head movement and, you know, that footwork, and he's a real slippery type of a guy, and he packs a hell of a punch.
Yeah.
You know, he's a heavyweight that still moves like he's at cruiserweight. Like he has a very high talent level. The one thing about him, and I'm sorry, I also like how he looked. He was a little bit heavier. I like that. So if he wants to be a threat, a legit threat, he can. I think he should be definitely going after Tyson Fury. He should be definitely going after Deontay Wilder because those are the guys that he needs to be trying to fight. Anthony Joshua, I wouldn't even bring Anthony Joshua's name up. You know, I don't give a shit if the public demanded it or not, because Anthony Joshua is really, in my mind, he is a legit prospect.
Yeah.
He's very underdeveloped. You know, right now he looks good doing what he's doing. But you can tell when he steps in there with somebody, like, he hasn't had a chance to develop a plan B yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think he only has 15 or 16 fights. And I wouldn't want to see that fight. David Haye would beat, to me, honestly, Haye would beat him easy. It's just too much shit that David Haye could do. You know, so if he wants to be a threat, yes, he can be a threat. Okay. And he would really light up the heavyweight division. If he legitimately comes back out and is the old David Haye that's talking a bunch of shit and that wants to be in competitive fights against these guys, you know, so I like it. You know, I like it. You know, like I said, if he is he a threat? Yes, he's a threat if he wants to be, but I don't know, man. I gotta see more from him.
So your conclusion is based on the premises that he can be a threat, but mentally he's not going to want to be. I got you.
Absolutely.
Okay. Mr. Bo.
Man, look. Between David motherfucking Haye
And Shannon stopped yelling, "Let's go, champ."
Let's go, champ.
These two motherfuckers really.
They need to fight each other.
I was just going to say that because they are beginning to get on my motherfucking nerves. Look, David Haye, when he said, I get why he said Anthony Joshua. There, a British star, London star, big money right there. So, he figured, hey, if I beat Joshua and he's a big name, undefeated prospect, that takes me right to the top.
Absolutely.
But also, the fact remains is, I'm curious. I'm glad he won in the first round because it showed me that he ain't got no more fucking toe problems, which is the shit that he claimed was his hold up between him and Klitschko.
Yeah.
David Haye talks a lot. He has a very big punch, but my biggest problem with David Haye is in fights where he don't show up.
Yeah, I agree.
That's my problem with David Haye. In those fights that he don't. Now you talk about power not carrying over. Not only does this power don't carry up to elite status, he don't even get a chance to fucking use it when he gets to that goddamn elite status.
Good point.
Now he can be a player in the division because it's the heavyweight division. There's only 3 or 4 fighters we talk about in the first place in the division. Yeah. When you got a guy like Charles Martin, which I am so glad Deontay did not take that fight with that fucking Glasgow dude. Oh God, that would have been a horrible mess. But you got Charles Martin holding an IBF title, So if Charles Martin can do it, David Haye can be an impact because it is the heavyweight division. All you need is 1 or 2 big fights to be mentioned and talked about. And David Haye is still a name. He's still a name in the division.
Right.
So, I go with my man Seth there that he can be it if he's mentally tough enough to really want it. My problem is from past watching him, he's never really wanted to be that guy to want it. He's wanted to just talk his way into it. So, to me, I'm all for anybody getting there making some money. But at the same time, man, him and fucking Shannon Briggs fight each other and ride off into the fucking country. Transfer them dollars to pounds or whatever the fuck, man. Go.
It's funny you say that because I've seen a lot of people on social media saying, shit, Shannon and Cannon should fight motherfucking the Hayemaker. I've been seeing that shit a lot, and to be honest with you, hey, both them motherfuckers is trying to get to the top. Let them fight. You know what I'm saying? I watched the shit out that motherfucker. You know what I mean? And
the WBA got him ranked right now.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. He's ranked in the top 5. I saw that shit. Yeah.
So,
as to the question at hand, I'm looking at it from this viewpoint. Look at the heavyweights. Look at what we have in front of us. Okay, we got Deontay Wilder, we got Tyson Fury, we got Luis Ortiz. Then we get into the guys that are taking L's. Vladimir Klitschko, who's he looked bad against Tyson Fury, but I don't think he's a shot fighter. I think he still beats pretty much everybody else in the division. You got Brian Jennings, you got Alexander Povetkin, Andy Ruiz. Shit, I mean, what do all of these motherfuckers have in common besides Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder? They all, and Charles Martin, by the way, the new guy. So, they all just...
Don't.
I gotta add him, he's the IBF champion. Even if it was off of technicality, he's the IBF champion. Alright? They all stand there and don't fucking move. They're all stiff. Alright? Now, I like the point you made about him not showing up against the elite fighters back in the day. The only elite fighter that I don't think he showed up for was Vladimir Klitschko. Back in the day, in 2012, which was his last fight before the Demore fight, that landscape was different. Okay, the top fighters were Nikolai Valuev, Ruslan Shagaev, who's the WBA champion right now, fucking Derek Chisora. He beat those guys, except Ruslan Shagaev. Alright? He beat Valuev, he beat Derek Chisora. So, I just think the fact that none of these motherfuckers move except 2 guys, and Luis Ortiz, 3 guys. Forgot about my man. Except those 3 guys, I think he could get through any of those guys, including a rematch with Vladimir Klitschko. I think that's a winnable fight. But if he steps in the ring with a Luis Ortiz, he loses. I think he has a major chance against Deontay Wilder once again, because if C-level fighters are getting in and making fights draws against Deontay Wilder, David Haye has a fucking chance against him. All right, possibly knocking him out. All right, possibly. David Haye's punch is stronger than Spilka's, is stronger than Molina. Rocked the shit out of Deontay Wilder on multiple occasions. David Haye hits way harder than fucking Eric Molina. Okay, then Tyson Fury, he has a chance against him as well. I think he loses that fight though. So Anthony Joshua, if he wants to fight Anthony Joshua, I think it's good for him to take the fight right now, because Anthony Joshua is green. The same reason I say about Andre Ward and Sullivan Barrera. All right?
Yeah.
Fight the motherfucker now, because if you let these motherfuckers learn, they're going to get better and they're going to become better than you. So I
Roman
think
Gonzalez and Inoue.
Exactly, yeah. Roman and Naoya and Noya, exactly. Roman Gonzalez needs to go ahead and take that fight now. Because especially at the rate that Naoya and Noya is fucking learning, oh shit, nigga. 5 or 6 more fights, he's gonna be the favorite to beat Roman Gonzalez.
Not 5 or 10, man. If he gets the right trainer, 2 fights.
2 fights. So I mean, there's a lot. There's basically that premise is very alive in boxing. Take these motherfuckers while they're green. I think David Haye beats Anthony Joshua right now. But if you let Anthony Joshua fight 3 or 4 more fights, he beats David Haye. So I like the idea that he's calling him out right now, because you're right. If he beats him, that automatically catapults him, you know what I'm saying, up into the top 5 in the heavyweight rankings and only 2 fights back after a fucking injury. So I think he can be. I'm with you too. I think he can be a problem just because of the dynamic that he brings in the ring with his movement and his power and his hand speed. He has good hand speed as well. All of that coupled together, he still fights like he's a cruiserweight, but he hits like a heavyweight and he can take a punch like a heavyweight. Mind you guys, he's only been knocked out 1 time, and that was in the cruiserweight division. So he's fought, I think, 6 fights in the heavyweight division or maybe more against big punchers and never got rocked or knocked out or anything. So speed, the power, the movement, all of that coupled together. Oh, he can be a problem for anyone. But it's all about, is he really serious about being the motherfucker in the heavyweight division? That's what it's really all about. Y'all got anything y'all want to say?
No, not really. You know, I mean, congratulations to him for winning. I want to see that fight, but I can't catapult him into the big fight off of that against that opponent.
No, absolutely.
Also, I could be wrong, but I want to know is because he looks bigger in this fight in terms of muscular and everything. I want to know was that a product of his training camp, or did he just not really make the weight that he set out to make? Because he's always been a muscular guy. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I want to, because it would somewhat tell me where his mindset is. Okay. You know, I know it's his first fight back, but you know, a lot of times, man, when it's your first fight back, you want to be in tip-top physical condition. You want to come up in there looking brand new.
So what is your conclusion on that? If he did come into the fight bigger on purpose, what do you think his mindset is at?
Well, I would think that his mindset is in a good place. Okay. I would think that he's looking to be more of he's looking to contend physically more with the heavyweights.
Yep.
Exactly.
You know, but you know, so that's really what I want to know. You know, and maybe one of some of the viewers may know a little bit more about that. I'm not sure, but that's something that I'm a little curious about.
Yeah.
Well, he was out 2 years with an injury, so maybe it was more than what we figured it was. And once he got his body right, because once you get your body right, you know, like my man 2K over there flexing, once you get your body right and shit, you know, you start to grow, start to feel better. But no, you do. Once you get your body right, you start to feel better and you feel more fresher. So, I mean, if he did come in big on purpose, I would take it like he is being serious.
Yeah,
trying to be a name. So I would definitely take that as that.
I agree with that. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap it up. YouTube, do what you do in the comment section. Tell us how you feel about David Haye coming back. I did a poll. I want to get this in there real quick. I did a poll on, I think, about 6 or 7 different boxing communities out there. and the one that has the most members answered the poll the most, and it was overwhelming. I think it was over 100 votes. I can't remember right off the top, but it was overwhelming. It was 70% that said David Haye will be a problem in the heavyweight division to 30% that say he won't be. So, I mean, that could be a testament to what a lot of people really feel out there in the boxing community. But nevertheless, let us know. Drop a comment. Do what you do, but be real. This is real talk for real fans. 1.